Shout out to my fellow metal music lovers. Love the music during this boss fight against Bellal, and we here at Direct Gaming got the perfect guide for you on how to defeat this boss in Stellar Blade. As always, this boss battle is not going to hold your hand. It can be pretty challenging, so let's not waste any more time. As with all of our guides, we're going to cover the following: how to prep for the boss, including moves and skills that we brought to the boss fight, attacks and abilities that the boss will throw at you and how to deal with each one, and finally a full unedited run of the fight sped up a tad to show you how to use what you've learned in the full battle. Alright, before you run into the room where the boss is, let's go over some skills that you most likely have unlocked. As always, I'm going to recommend probably one of the best moves in the entire game, and that is, of course, Tempest for your burst move. You should definitely be leaning on this because it's going to make you both invincible and destroys the shield and health of the boss depending on which one you're going for. Also remember, you also have the new Taki ability, so if you're in a pinch, feel free to use this. As for the Exospine on Eve, I used the Beta Trance, while for the gear, I used Protection Gear 2-star and Burst Charge Gear 1-star. You might have more if you're playing on New Game Plus, so obviously change what you need. With that being said, it's time for the actual boss fight itself. Now when it comes to this particular boss fight, let's go over the moves the boss is going to throw at you and how to best avoid / counter these. Luckily, you fought this boss for a small bit back in the station, so you should know how some of its basic moves work. Also, another small side note, you will actually have to take this boss down 3 times, as its health will actually regenerate when you get it down to 1 HP, so hope you're ready. Now, luckily, all 3 quote-unquote stages of this boss are actually pretty similar. It will throw 1 or 2 new moves at you each time it regains its health, so I will point those out as we move on through this video. Alright, let's start with round 1. Now, right off the bat when the fight starts, I want you to run away. Yes, I want you to run away from the boss as it tries to hit you a couple of times. These first 2 strikes are unblockable, hence why I'm saying simply run away. Once the second strike finishes, however, though, you'll get a blink chance to get behind the boss and start your very first combo. Just remember to not attack while the blink icon appears on your sword until you teleport behind the boss. When the boss does a small jump towards you, get ready for the following attacks: a right horizontal swing followed by a back swing with the same arm, but there is a second delay, so don't block right away after the first attack. However, once the second attack is finished, a very quick third move will happen from the same direction on the right side, so be ready with the counter. Sometimes during the fight as well, it might end the combo with a surprise 4th attack where it jumps back and then goes in for a finisher move, but this is a blink chance for you, so be ready. One of the big moves to really look out for when it comes to this boss is when it puts its sword at its side like a samurai stance and then slashes vertically up. After this, it'll actually do a ground stab attack that is unblockable. Once this happens, the sword will be in the ground and you'll actually hear what sounds like a charge up move, causing an area and effect move after the charge up is complete. You need to perfect dodge the attack when it goes into the ground, then hold circle, aka the dodge button, to run away to get out of the radius of the attack. This move can definitely catch you off guard a couple of times the first time you're seeing it, so be ready. If you happen to see the boss take both of its sword behind its head like a baseball bat, this is where I recommend using something like Tempest to become invincible, which then can knock the boss away from you and you can follow up with some quick attacks. Sometimes instead of setting up attacks, the boss will simply dash straight at you and start comboing you with a bunch of fast, quick attacks. You won't have much time to react to these, but do keep in mind if you get hit once or twice, you can still block the rest of the attacks like I did. I got hit a few times, but then was able to block the final attack and then follow up with either a dodge or some extra counter attacks of my own. Other than that though, for round 1, keep attacking after you parry and block attacks, and you'll get the first health bar down no problem, setting you up for round 2. Now for round 2, after it heals back to full strength, everything basically stays the same, but with one new added move into its arsenal. This move, of course, is an unblockable move, shocker, I know, where the boss will actually jump into the air after taking a crouching stance and then try to hit you where you stand. Luckily, there's no area of effect move like in round 1 with this particular move, but do keep in mind though, he might try to add it in sometimes, so get ready with a perfect dodge regardless, or you're gonna get caught like I did. Other than that, nothing really changes here. I know I said in the beginning that round 2 might throw more than one move at you, but surprisingly, the boss really didn't. Tempest, of course, here deals great damage to both the health and shield depending on which one you're aiming for when you attack. You'll notice the health bar starts to go down a lot faster. They probably did this since, again, you gotta fight this thing 3 times technically. Otherwise, block everything that you simply can, try to stagger it / deplete its balance bar, and get ready for round 3. Now when it comes to round 3, I didn't see any particular new moves, however the boss does like to mix certain moves up, so be ready just in case you see a particular move you think you know how to block, but then he mixes it up with either quick combos or jumps in with an unblockable move. Just keep that in mind right there. One final thing to really look out for that the boss like to do more in this round in particular is a charge up swing that has a chance for a blink move, but if you're not prepared, you're going to get hit just like I did quite a few times, so be ready for this. Other than that, nothing really new happens during this particular round. However, I would recommend that this could be a good chance to test out some new combos that you might have, other burst moves that you maybe unlocked but haven't been able to try yet, or potentially even work on some of your pairing. Trust me, you're going to need it for some of the final bosses coming up here. Other than that though, you can finally get the boss down to its final HP for the 3rd time in a row to trigger this cutscene right here, and you can finally take the beast down. As always, I still highly recommend doing a standard 2-hit combo followed by a 1 to 2 heavy move combo when you attack them from behind after doing a blink dodge, but try to stick to a standard 3-hit combo when you're simply attacking from the front after a parry. Now here's a full run of the boss fight sped up a tad to show you how to take Bellal down. As always, learning attacks and patterns is okay if this takes you a couple of tries. If you enjoy the guides and a like on the video shows us that you enjoy this type of content, and don't forget to check out our other Style Blade guides and content, along with some of our other videos in the top right corner and pinned comments. Thanks for watching the video. I've been Tallen with Direct Gaming. I hope you have a great day and week, and I can't wait to see you all in the next one. Johnny.